microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker.
Hey, yo, what up? This your man, K Boogie, Mic Check Media. Man, this keeps getting better and better. The Pioneers of Hip-Hop series, we keeping it moving. We keeping it moving. I got a great, great brother on the line, my man Cozmo D from Newcleus. What's going on, Cozmo? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, baby. What up?
Man, hey, it's been a minute. You know, when I was doing my radio show back here a year ago, I had you on the radio show, man, and we definitely had a great time and got a great vibe, and we kind of kept in contact back and forth on Facebook, man. So we definitely appreciate you taking time out on behalf of Carolyn and myself, Mic Check Media, for interviewing with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. My pleasure. You know, always down for people doing positive things, especially positive things in hip-hop.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's what we all about, man. And you know, just a little bit about the series. It's just, you know, a series that's bringing awareness and bringing it back, actually, to where it all began. You know, the pioneers such as yourself, and just paying homage. That's one of the things that we definitely love to do, and then educate the ones who might not know.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
So, yeah, you know, just going right into it, man, let's talk about the evolution of Newcleus, how it all began. I mean, you know, Jam on it, all-time favorite joint. Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, it began as a DJ crew in Brooklyn. We used to rock parks and block parties and do our own parties and stuff called Jam On Productions. And, you know, I won't give the long story, but because it is a long story, but we were doing a lot of rocking, and at the end of '79, I just decided, you know, because a lot of the records that were happening, I figured I could do better. So I went out and I got a synth, got a beatbox. I started putting stuff together, getting more equipment, learning, putting tracks together, and I brought in, you know, my girlfriend, who was still my wife, Lady E, and, you know, I got together with my cousin, Nikki D, who was one of the original members of Jam On Productions, you know, as a DJ. And she asked me to bring in her boyfriend at the time, who would become her husband, Chili B. And we were calling ourselves Positive Messenger, you know, because we were doing records, we were doing songs with a message, you know, about positivity and stuff like that. But, you know, I had made this song, you know, it was a song about, you know, a Western song about Jam On crew ridding a town of whack rappers, run them out of town like a Western theme, you know, and that was the original Jam On's Revenge, which was what it was named then, and the Wiki song was born.
Wow.
And when we went shopping, you know, our tracks and all that, the Positive Messenger stuff, I had that on the tape. And the producer loved it, and he wanted to put that out. And I said, you know, I just put that on the tape. I wasn't really planning to put it out, you know, because I just did it like a joke, you know. But he said, no, this is going to blow up, you know. So we said, okay, but then we decided to change our name from Positive Messenger because we weren't doing the what our whole thing was about, you know, putting positive messages out, you know, and here we doing this joke track. You know, so we came up with the name Newcleus, you know, because it was three families. It was my family, me and Nikki D. You know, we were first cousins, so it was our family and Lady E's family and Chili B's family. By this time, we were all married. You know, me and Lady E were married, and Nick and Chili B were married. So it was like our group became the nucleus of three families. So that's how we took on the name Newcleus. And Wiki came out and it blew up, you know. And, like, I was a DJ. I'd always been a DJ. But if you knew anything about the 70s, even in the 70s, even the DJs would get on the mic and have some rhymes that they would throw, you know. And Chili B was a DJ also. He wasn't down with Jam On Productions at the beginning, but, you know, so when Wiki blew up, the record company said they wanted a rap record next. We told them, yo, we're not rappers, man. We're DJs, we're producers, we're musicians, all of that, but we're not rappers. But they said, no, we want a rap record. So I said, okay. So, I came up with a funky beat. Took me about 45 minutes to put together. And I took a bunch of the old rhymes that I used to rap, back in the parks. And I took some of those and wrote some new ones for Chili B because he couldn't come up with anything because, he wasn't a rapper and he didn't used to do it in the parks like I did. And, we named it after our crew, Jam On It. Crew's name is Jam On Productions. You want it right. You want Jam On to do it, so you jam on it. And that was what it was all about. And yo, when I finished the track, I knew right then, I said, yo, this is going to blow up. This track is going to move people. But I'm still blown away at the blessing, that this track is still going strong. We're talking nearly 30 years later,
Well, yes, sir, definitely. And it's just one of those joints, man, when, you hear it, it's just, the adrenaline rush that you get, I mean, the bass line on it, man, it's just bananas, man.
Thank you, man.
It's just a great joint. And then let me add, too, and I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not dissing Stetson Sonic. I mean, I know they were saying they was the first hip-hop band, but you guys were playing full-blown instruments, man.
That's right. We played, and we were playing ourselves. They had guys that rapped, and they had other guys that played.
Right.
We rapped and we played. We played all of our stuff ourselves, and they used a lot of samples. We played everything, so, and we were a few years before them. Matter of fact, I had a go-between with Daddy-O about it. And Daddy-O said, yeah, well, we saw them at the Fresh Fest. So they know who the first hip-hop band was. They know the deal, But I ain't sweating that but so hard.
Man, so, I mean, just to hear the history behind it, and I mean, it's truly a family affair.
Yeah.
And then to, to hear that you and your wife, lady, you're still together, man, after all these years, and the music is still going strong for you guys, man. Definitely, our hats off to you for having a long, being around so long and having that longevity. So now what would you attribute to the longevity for Newcleus?
Well, first of all, blessings of God. I have no doubt that's at the core. Now, if you want to break it down musically, I think what's happened now, in rap, I won't say in hip-hop because I don't consider most of today's rap to be hip-hop,
Right.
is they've lost the music, because hip-hop was party music. It started from dancing to other people's music and rapping over other people's music to creating our own party music, and that's what we did. We did party music, our music, we created music. Music lasts forever, they still playing Beethoven. Beethoven dead 200 years. You know what I'm saying? Good
Right.
music lasts forever. But if all your foundation, if your foundation isn't based on good music, but just something that somebody can rap over, then it becomes spoken word, and whereas people will remember the rhymes. If you put the rhymes in a book, people may remember that for 200-300 years. But
right.
Orally, that's not going to move people, but for so long. People want to be moved by the music. If you forget the music part, then you're losing a large part of the essence of what works. So I think the music was so good. You know, and not to blow my own horn, that right there sounded a bit conceited. So, no, but it did. I really shouldn't say that. You know, I'm not saying that our music was so good, because Jam on It especially was the simplest thing I ever did in my life. I'm telling you, the track took me 45 minutes to come up with. It was the simplest thing ever, but it was music, and I think that's at the core. And the other thing is, it made you feel good, man. And you know, people want to feel good. You know,
right.
If you don't have a message to your music, I mean, you look at the stuff that stands the edge, that stands the edge of time. You know, either it means something to people, it's putting a message across, or it makes people feel good, or it makes them feel sad. You know, it strikes an emotion. You know, you got slow records, you know, that hit an emotion, that make people emote. You know, those things last forever because they move people. You know, well, Jam on It makes people feel good, and I'm proud of that.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man, no doubt. I mean, because, you know, it's like you said, it becomes a staple, you know, with us, and it becomes forever timeless because, I mean, I associate, you know, Jam on It with a lot of good times that I had.
Yeah.
You know, parties, you know, back during that time, and then not only that, I mean, you know, it helped with the other elements in hip-hop, especially with b-boying. I mean, there was always some b-boys, you know, break into it. And I know where I'm from, you know, it was played in the skating rink a lot.
Oh, yes.
And when we went skating, man, you know, that was, you know, when that joint came on, if you didn't know how to roll on them wheels, man, get off the floor. That was just one of them joints, man. And you know, for that, man, we grateful. And you know, it's an honor and a privilege to me to be speaking, you know, with you, and you're our heroes, man. I mean, you know, all the pioneers and just the, you know, the people that we've been able to speak with over the last few weeks, man, it's just been great, you know, to build and to get that history, especially being right there at the center when, you know, this stuff is breaking.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt, man. So let's talk about, fast forward a little bit to now, 2013. What you know, what's going on with Newcleus and Cozmo D, you know, right now? Well,
there's a lot of things happening. We had a rough year last year. Not alone, but probably the lowest was when I lost my mom last year. You know, so it was a rough year. We've been bouncing back this year. And putting things into motion. I've got my a new dance label called Discotheque Records. That's DIZKOTEK Records.
Yeah.
And you know, because a lot of people don't know, you know, in the hip hop world, that I had a whole second career doing dance music, doing house music. And a lot of those things, just like I'm considered in many circles as a hip-hop pioneer and an electro pioneer, I'm also considered a deep house music pioneer, you know, and I'm blessed again with that. And there's been demand. A lot of my stuff has been re-released, and I'm starting to put stuff out again, so... That, building a new studio, you know, because I moved to Pennsylvania in 2008, and, you know, I had a studio in Brooklyn, but I haven't had a studio since, which has slowed down my production, but I'm looking now. I've got people working on the plans to build a studio here, you know, so I can get back in production and, you know, and squeeze some more music out. But things are happening, you know, we're getting some shows, not a lot, but getting some shows, you know, so people haven't forgotten us, you know, and looking for more and better things in the future.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, with the touring and everything, I know you said you are getting some shows. What are some of the places, some of the dates that you got coming up, or where are you going to be at?
On August 17th, that's 2 weeks, we're going to be at a lowrider car show for Lowrider Magazine. I think we're performing with the Gap Band. I haven't seen the bill, but I think that's what I heard. Yeah, in Fresno, California. So
with the Gap Band.
Yeah, with the Gap Band.
Wow.
And then the following week, for 2 weeks, we're going to be in Europe, and we got a couple of shows in France with Egyptian Lover. You know, so that should be fun too. So got a few things going on.
Now, as far as, you know, I know with Newcleus being a family affair, did any of your kids, you know, take to the music, man, and get in with you?
Well, my youngest son, the oldest son, for some reason, he raps, but he never pursued it. You know, and he's gone into the video end. He, you know, I'm very proud of him. He's gotten his Bachelor of Arts, you know, and now he's trying to get his video career going. He does video production on the side, but he's also looking, you know, to do some freelance work and some actually land a job with Time Warner. Last he was telling me. But my youngest son, DJ Dog Train, who we do the Jam on the Groove show on Global Funk Radio every Saturday. He is a DJ that has to be seen. I mean, to hear him blows you away right away. To see him is amazing. Let me just give you his setup that we have here. 4 turntables, 2 CDJ 2000s, and 2 controllers, and he uses them all simultaneously. The boy is no joke, and
a lot of talent.
Yes, he does. He's soon be 24. He's been spinning since he was 7 years old, and he does things that I never imagined to do. Not never even tried to do. Never even imagined to do. He does on them turntables, you know. And yet he's not a turntablist. He's not a guy that just does tricks. No, he's a chip off his father's block. He's about rocking the crowds and rocking the beats, but he does them in a way I've never heard anybody else do. So
and it's got to make you proud, man. Definitely.
Oh, very proud, very proud. And he'll actually be performing with us with his 2 shows in France. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. And you you want your kids to, you know, follow in your footsteps and
absolutely
be better at it than what you are. And I mean,
absolutely, and he's done that, and at a young age. So the sky's the limit for him.
Right.
Now, what I'm trying to do is get him into production.
Wow,
yeah.
You get him into production, man.
That would blow me away.
Well, he still got time. He's learning from the best.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know you gonna. I know you're gonna train him up right in that one. So I know you're gonna.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Definitely, and you know, it's just, you know, one of those things, man. And you know, with kids today, you know, immediately they want to jump, you know, on the microphone. You know, they want to jump on. You know, they want to jump in the booth and become, you know, the big rapper. But I mean, you could still be a part of the music industry and make a living without being behind the microphone. I mean, you said, you know, your oldest son is going, you know, behind the lens in video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, your youngest is on the turntables, man. So you know, it's a lot that encompasses this music industry, and if more of our young people would see that, man, and there's nothing wrong with if you nice on the mic, but it's almost like that basketball league, man. You know, everybody's a star, and it's always somebody who might be better.
That's true.
And the chances of, you know, actually getting out there and getting your music heard could be slim to none. It just depends. I mean, some people be in the right place at the right time. Sometimes they don't. But it's always good to have something else to fall back on. And you can still be doing what you love, and that's music, if you really have a love for the music industry.
This is true.
So, yeah, if we can get more of our youth on that, you know, on board with that, then, you know, maybe the music that we hearing today won't be so saturated and watered down, man, with such, you know, foolishness.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, you kind of touched on that a little bit about, the music of today. What would you like to see more of, I guess, from, the guys who are so-called trying to grab the torch, man, from you guys? But to me, they haven't really picked that torch up yet and ran with it. I've yet to see it.
2 words: creativity and originality. That's it.
That's it.
That's all it takes. Then they can go take it wherever they want to take it. But you got to have
Right.
those 2 elements, and those 2 elements are sorely missing right now.
Definitely. I mean, because everything is so redundant and overplayed.
Yep.
I mean, you got 10 Lil Waynes, you got, a bunch of 2 Chainz. And,
Yep.
and I mean, it's, like I said, it's not nothing to diss anybody, but if you really could appreciate where, the music or the pioneers, the music that was set forth in the beginning and how hard of a fight it's been to get to where it is now. Because, I mean, people thought rap was a joke. Hip-hop was a joke. It wasn't going to
Sure,
last.
they thought it was a fad.
Yeah. And,
I heard that many times.
And you fast forward that almost 40 years, man, and, here we are. And for them to, not pick up the torch and treat it right, man, that's offensive to me.
Yeah.
And, like you said, if they could just get with the creativity and originality, then it would be a lot better than what it is right now.
Word.
Now, where do you see Newcleus, yourself, in the next 20 years? I know we like to kind of ask some questions sometimes that's kind of outside of the box. And, you see yourself still, doing what you do? Or
I'm going to be doing
retiring?
music. In 20 years, if the Lord has blessed me to still be here, I'll be doing music. And maybe I won't be doing. I really doubt I'll be doing hip hop. I may do tracks for people, but
Right.
even now, performing. I mean, I'm not in the shape I should be in, but doing hip hop shows is hard.
Okay.
But I can see myself still doing dance music, house music, still doing some hip-hop tracks for people, and definitely I'll be doing jazz. That's a definite. I'll be doing jazz. And maybe that's all I'll be doing is jazz, but we'll see.
Hey, well, that works, man. And, that's the old saying goes that, you're doing something that you love. You'll never work a day in your life. So
Exactly.
And that's just where it's at, man. So, man, now you did mention that doing a show is hard. Just one last question I do have for you. What does it take, man, to put together a show or a tour to actually, from start to finished product, to actually, put it together to what we see when we purchase tickets to the shows? Because, I mean, a lot of people look at it as, it's easy. I can get up there and do that. But, I mean, it's got to be a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah. First of all, you gotta organize the show and the format, and you've got to have it flow in a way, that is going to keep the crowd interested, and some shows like sometimes we only have to do 10 minutes, and those aren't too hard, but sometimes we got to do an hour,
Right.
and that ends up being kind of rough, especially for us where our what we do is more music driven. So if I had a band, it would be a lot easier, which is back in the day, we were a band. But the promoters don't pay for us to be a band now. So, we go out with a computer, and, do tracks off the computer, do live vocoder, live solo keyboard, live wiki voice, but everything else is driven. But then you're at the mercy of how the tracks are, designed, how the show is designed. You can't deviate from that. If you out there with a live band, you can do what the hell you want. You know, so that freedom is gone. You know, so all of that makes it hard. It is not easy, and it's harder for me now. I mean, I'm going to be 54, you know, on Friday. You know, and I'm not thin. So it's work for me, man. It is definitely work for me. You know, I'm a 54-year-old man trying to do the stuff that he was doing back when he was in his early 20s. You know that. It ain't easy, but you do what you got to do. So
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, as far as your social media presence, you know, I definitely like to get it out to the fans. Where can they find, you know, Newcleus, Facebook, Twitter, you know, your websites? You know, just kind of drop that off to the people.
All right, our website is www.jamonproductions.com. That's our main website. It's been slow because I think Facebook is killing all the websites. You know, but if you come to the website, definitely join up in the forum. You know, because if you're in the forum, say hello to me. You know, and tell me you want to be upgraded. And we got free music there. You know, we got on the website. We've got free music in the vault. If you check the vault, a lot of unreleased demos and stuff. They're free. You know, for you to download, not just listen to, not just streamed. You know, so you get a lot of goodies there. On Facebook, I'm Ben Cozmo D CENAC, CENAC. If you want to find me, just do a search for Cozmo with a Z. You know, remember, take a C, an O, and a Z, then you add M-O and a freaky D. So, Cozmo with a Z. You do a search for that, you're guaranteed to find me on Facebook. But there's also a Newcleus page, a fan page on Facebook, as well as a Discotheque Records fan page. So, all of those, you can track us down, and then once you get in, you know, we're there. And I talk to everybody, so anybody wants to, you know, friend me on Facebook or talk to me on one of the pages, I am accessible. I talk to everybody. You know, if you're a certified nut, maybe I'll stop talking to you. But that's only happened like twice in all the years that I've done this, because most people are good people. You know, and I don't mind if you're enthusiastic, you know, if you're a fan and all that, because I'm a fan of many people. God bless the soul. God rest the soul of George Duke, who's one of my heroes. He passed.
Yes,
and,
man. That's,
you know, so much of his music influenced me, you know, in funk, in jazz, in fusion, even in disco, man. A giant, you know, so... You know, I'd be enthusiastic to talk to him. So please, if you're enthusiastic to talk to me, I am open and available.
And I could definitely vouch for that because, you know, we, you know, talk back and forth from time to time. So, you know, he does respond back. He does respond back. So
I do.
You ever want to find one of the realest brothers that I know that, you know, not just have a page and somebody else that's running it.
Nope, all me. It drives me crazy, too. So sometimes I don't get back right away because I'm running all the shebang. I'm running all them pages I mentioned. So, yeah, JamOnProductions.com, Discotheque Records page, Newcleus page, Ben Cozmo D CENAC, CENAC. Cozmo with a Z, y'all. Take a C, an O, and a Z, then you add M-O and a freaky D. Yeah,
there it is. That's it. My man Cozmo D from outer space.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Hey, man, you heard it first. Mic Check Media on behalf of, like I said, myself, my partner, Carolyn, Mic Check Media. We definitely thank you, man, for taking time out to speak
pleasure.
with us.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Hey,
I appreciate
we're going to continue to support Newcleus. And we're going to send everybody over to the websites, man, and get more people on their Facebook page. And definitely check out DJ Dog Train, man, on Saturdays, correct?
Right. Oh, shame on me. We also have a group, Jam on the Groove, on Facebook.
That is. Join the group. Join the group.
That's just for that show, our show on Global Funk Radio. Jam on the Groove on Facebook.
No doubt, no doubt. You heard it first. Mic Check Media. This your man K Boogie. We signing off, baby. Peace.
Easy.
Microphone check, microphone check up.